everyone! 皆さんこんにちは。Welcome back to 日本語 with Yukino. So today, I have a question. Are you struggling with kanji, memorizing kanji, but you don't want to give up? In that case, you're in the right space. Because today's video, I'm going to share some tips and tools that you can use it for kanji study, such as Kanji Physical Dictionary, an app that I recommend, and basic yet important knowledge that will help you remember kanji. In my channel, I teach Japanese grammar, vocabulary, and Japanese culture. Also, I have Instagram account. Ta-da! If you want to learn Japanese culture and grammars deeply with me and achieve your goal together, please don't forget to follow my Instagram too. Alright, let's master kanji. Mina, why is everyone saying you need to remember kanji? Why? Even as a native speaker, I used to think about this same question all the time when I was a student, from elementary to high school, all the way up. And one day, I thought, why not? We just need to use hiragana and katakana, that's it. No kanji. We'll be fine. Have you ever thought the same thing as well? Well, I was wrong. Let's have a look. This sentence, if you read it, maybe it'll be better, but if you just see it, it's a bit hard to tell the start and the end of the words, which makes it harder to read and understand immediately. Kanji not only represent the sound of words, but also shows the meaning of something. For example, this kanji, ima, means now, hi means day. And you can also combine two kanji and make one vocabulary, like this. Ima plus hi equal kyo. Kyo meaning today. For example, how about this one? Soto, outside. Hareru, sunny. Kimochi, feeling. Ii, good. Let's have a look. How about this sentence? 今日は外が晴れていて気持ちがいいです。As I mentioned, kanji has its own meanings. It helps us distinguish words much more easily, making us understand the sentence faster. And yes, Japanese consists of 3 alphabets: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And these days, there is Google Translate or already written in Romanji or translated into other languages. But still, I feel there are more places and things that use kanji without any translation. So, memorizing kanji will help you make your time in Japan much easier. However, I understand how hard it is to memorize new kanji, especially if you haven't started yet. You may feel panicking or suffocated because of too many complicated kanji characters. I understand. In fact, I've seen many students saying, Sensei, I realized I have an allergy to kanji. I have a strong medicine to live with it. Help me. So from a student's perspective, because I used to learn kanji as a student, also from a teacher's perspective, I will give you tools that used to help me memorize kanji better with you, so that it can also help you memorize kanji faster. First, have you ever heard bushu? Bushu refers to the radical or classifier of a kanji character. Since most kanji are composed with 2 different kanji, for example, hanasu. Hanasu is constructed by yu and shita. Bushu is the fundamental building block of kanji. So instead of learning kanji line by line, I want you to see it as a block and build a kanji. There are 7 fundamental bushu: hen, tsukuri, kanmuri, ashi, tare, Nyo, kamae in Japanese. Let's look at one by one. Number 1, hen. Locates on the left side of a kanji and it shows what the kanji is related to. For example, these 4. Ninben, kanehen, kaihen, sanzui. Ninben, for example, this is related to human. So make, tsukurimasu, rest, yasumimasu. Kanehen related to metal or gold. For example, gin. Gin is silver. Kaihen. Kaihen is related to money. So saving money, chochiku no cho, like that. Sanzui. Whenever you see sanzui, related to water. So this is umi, ocean. Mizumi, lake. Nami, wave. As you can see, if you know bushu, you can guess general meaning of a new kanji you encounter. So it is very helpful. Number 2, tsukuri. Locates on the right side and it shows the characteristic and basic meaning and its sounds of a kanji. For example, ogai, chikara, akubi. Let's look at chikara. Chikara, maybe you know this kanji. Chikara is a power, so it relates to effort. So for example, this middle kanji, this is ugoku. It means movement, right? Or next one, akubi. Akubi related to open your mouth. So for example, this kanji, uta. Uta is a song. Or utau, verb version, using this same kanji, means to sing. So it's related to open your mouth. Number 3. Now we split kanji into top and bottom. The top we call kanmuri. For example, ukanmuri, anakanmuri. Ukanmuri relates to the house. Anakanmuri relates to a hall. For example, this anakanmuri is related to a hall, right? So this mado, this kanji, mado is window. Next, ashi, which is the bottom part. Renga, rekka, or kokoro. Renga, rekka, this related to heat, fire. So this one, this netsu, the middle one, netsu. This netsu kanji means heat, netsu. Kokoro. Kokoro related to your feeling. The first kanji, this omo, means think or your thought. The next 2 is hanging from the top or coming from the bottom to top. The first is called tare, coming from top to down. Yamaidare, madare. Yamaidare related to sickness. Madare related to a big house. So nyo, which is coming from the bottom to top. Shinyo and enyo. Shinyo related to a road and you go somewhere. Enyo related to go somewhere far away. And the last one, number 7, kamae. It is a part that covers outside of the core kanji. For example, kunigamae, mongamae. Kunigamae, as you can see, there is a box outside and then it's covered inside. Mongamae. Mongamae is related to a gate. So for example, these 2 first kanjis. Akemasu, shimemasu. This kanji, akemasu, shimemasu. Akemasu, open a door. Shimemasu, close a door. So it's related to a gate. So now that we learn about bushu, the next thing I want to share is that it is better to remember not by itself, not kanji, only one kanji by itself, but with a vocabulary. Let's take one kanji from N5 level as an example. So what's this kanji? Do you know this kanji? This kanji is called shu, and it means week. And I want to ask you, are you practicing like this? Shu. 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 Like that. Shu, shu, shu. Only shu, this new kanji by itself. Are you doing like this? Please stop doing it. It's good to write it down a lot of times. Yes, that's true. However, there's a tip. Please remember with the vocabulary. For example, let me erase this. For example, how about this one? 今週、先週、来週. Instead of remember 週 by itself, this time with a vocabulary, including the kanji that you learn as a new kanji. So 今週 is this week. 先週 is last week. 来週 means next week. It can bring up your kanji level and your general vocabulary level too. It kills two birds with one stone, right? So this is where I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, which helps you remember kanji with vocabulary. MochiKanji-Learn Japanese. This is an amazing app designed for learning kanji and vocabulary. The app has over 8,000 words and kanji for JLPT levels N5 to N2. Each course classifies into small lessons, easy to learn anywhere and anytime. The lessons are fun and engaging, with cute characters and sounds that help keep you motivated. If you're planning to go beyond basic travel Japanese, like studying or working in Japan, MochiKanji gives you solid preparation for the JLPT exams. Plus, it's not just for exam-related Japanese. You can also explore other courses like IT and nursing. It also has some courses based on these classical books such as Minna no Nihongo and Genki. Each course is broken into small, easy-to-follow topics with colorful pictures and audio to help you remember better. Kanji can have many meanings and ways to read it, which can be confusing, right? But with MochiKanji, you learn each kanji in a clear, real-life context. You study kanji together with vocabulary, so you can understand how it's used in different situations. Each word comes with a flashcard that includes a picture, audio, meaning, and an example sentence. The MochiKanji app helps you remember things better by using a smart method called spaced repetition. This method helps you remember better by reviewing what you've learned at carefully spaced intervals. MochiKanji watches how you study and reminds you to review at the best time, called the golden time, right before you're about to forget a word or kanji. This way, what you learn sticks in your memory more easily without too much effort. If you use the app every day, you can learn over 1,000 kanji and vocabulary words in just 1 month. When your countdown timer finishes, it's time to review. The app gives you different kinds of fun quiz to help you remember better. These quizzes make learning interactive and enjoyable, so the information sticks in your brain longer. If you want to focus solely on kanji, there is a separate part. In this tab, you'll find a variety of kanji courses, including levels N5 to N2 and Joyo Kanji. What's new here is that you'll learn kanji using mnemonics and related vocabulary, making it easier to understand and remember each character. What's more, MochiKanji helps you learn how to write each kanji the right way. Step by step. Writing kanji correctly means following the correct stroke order, and the app guides you through it clearly. This gradual learning method makes it easier to stay focused and build your confidence. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll get better and better at writing kanji in a steady and stress-free way. MochiKanji gives you a chance to practice speaking through daily Japanese conversation with fun characters. These chats are based on real-life situations, so you can improve both your speaking and listening skills. By practicing every day, you'll get more natural input and start to respond faster in Japanese. It's a fun way to boost your confidence and improve your reflex in real conversations. You can use MochiKanji to quickly look up meanings, pronunciations, and example sentences, save new words in your notebook, to review them later at the perfect moment, the golden time. This feature is super handy for quick help and make sure you really understand how words are used. Your learned vocabulary is sorted into 5 levels, ranging from newly learned words to those stored in your long-term memory. This helps make sure you really understand each word. You can check the level of every word anytime in your digital notebook. It's super easy. Just download the app MochiKanji app from Apple Store, Google Play, or the official website. Search MochiKanji-Learn Japanese and tap download. Or you can actually check the download link in the description or the comment pin down below. Alright, the next step is let's learn stroke orders. Yes! My favorite part, stroke orders. Yes! Well, I'm excited this much to teach you, but maybe some of you are saying, stroke orders, I don't usually think as a very important part because as long as you can write in a similar way, looks-wise, it should be fine, right? Or maybe you say, stroke orders. I'll put that as maybe the last priority when learning kanji. Well, it might seem very small detail things. However, it helps you significantly if you start following the stroke orders. First, it makes your writing feel natural and it helps you remember kanji easily. And also, your hands build muscle memory. When you write the character in the right order over and over, your brain starts to feel the kanji, not just see it. Second, stroke order can prevent you from mixing up kanji that look almost identical. For example, take these two. They look very similar, but they have different stroke orders. If you write them often enough, the difference becomes automatic. So yeah, learning stroke order might seem like a small step, but it's one of those small things that makes a big difference in the long run. Please don't underestimate physical kanji dictionary. Ta-da! I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but I really like this one, so I want to introduce it to you today. Japanese students, local Japanese students, usually learn how to use this dictionary when we are in elementary school, at school. And there are 3 ways to search kanji with this dictionary, physical dictionary. First, let's look at Onkan Reading Index. If you know the sound of word, but you don't know how to write in kanji, this is perfect way. You can search with the sound and find the kanji you are looking for. Let's try chichi and haha, father and mother. Let's search it together. Is radical index. Do you remember? We did bushu, right, in this video. So this time, basically, you can search with the bushu. And you can see all the kanji, many kanjis that using the same bushu. So it's very interesting, right? So this time, I want to search with ninben and sanzui. Let's go. The last way of looking up kanji is using stroke count index. You can organize kanji based on the number of strokes. For example, kanji 1 is 1 stroke. How about this? 2 strokes, for example, 7 or 8, like that. How about let's find in this dictionary, stroke number is 10. 10 strokes. This physical kanji doesn't fit for bringing outside because it's big and heavy. Maybe you cannot fit in inside your bag. However, it's actually useful if you have it at home. It is actually very satisfying as you can mark with highlighter or put sticky notes to know how much you have learned. Now, this might sound a bit obvious, but it's something that we often forget. Practice is everything. When it comes to kanji, you cannot just look at once and remember everything and last forever. No, you cannot. You need to see them, write them, and use them again and again. What worked for me was doing short but practice consistently, having practice sessions every day. I would review the kanji I had learned the day before and write them out a few times and quiz myself using an app or flashcards. So repetition is the key here. Also, try mixing up. Don't just write the kanji. Read example sentences. Recognize those kanji in manga or articles. And most important things that I believe here is that you make your own phrase with the new kanji. The more ways you interact with them, the deeper that they'll stick in your memory. And trust me, even the days that you feel like, I'm not making any progress. But trust me, your brain is still absorbing information. So I want to share something very important. Please stay patient, be consistent, and keep practicing. Those three. If you have those three, you manage everything. You can definitely accomplish your goal. So memorizing kanji is not only helping you pass JLPT or other exams, but also makes your life in Japan much easier. I hope this video helps you motivated to keep learning kanji and give you tools and angles to tackle. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!